Mary Meet, and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 31st of May, 2024. We are streaming, I hope, live on YouTube and on Twitch. We were having some trouble, but I think we're okay. Moderating today on... Oops, did I just screw it up? Yeah, moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Deline and also the lovely Sarah, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today for this daily reading. Today I'm reading with this Old English tarot, and I'm going to go ahead and purify with this hungry water that I made. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. I think we're streaming. I put a link in the video description on how to purchase this deck, and also the link to the video on how to make that hungry water if you'd like to make it. Oh, are we on? I can't tell if we're streaming or not. Okay, well, we'll just pretend we are. This goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it's your reading, just disregard it because it may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available for easy restream on our website, arielscorner.com, arielscorner.com. By the way, if you are watching this on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch the shuffling, you can use the timestamps to get right to the reading. Oh, good, we are streaming. Okay, thank you. We do have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. Right now, that's a lot of affiliate links, but we are working on a brand new shop, and we hope to get it to you. We were hoping to get it to you before the end of the month, but obviously that's not happening. So we will get it out as soon as it is ready, so stay tuned. I'm a little disjointed today, aren't I? I'll just keep shuffling. Maybe I'll get my mojo back. Well, it's just, you know, when the streaming software kind of goes crazy, I have a hard time remembering what I'm doing because I'm like, are we streaming? Is it on? So I apologize for my little false start here, but we will have a good reading. I promise. I'm just going to finish shuffling these cards up, and I'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll get our reading started. All right, let's see what's in the cards for everybody today. Starting out with the 4 of Wands, followed by the 5 of Wands, and then 3 of Coins. That's really nice. So today is really all about getting some order in your work. For many people, that means finishing up some projects that you might have been procrastinating, tying up loose ends, and definitely getting your workspace in order, things like that, putting things away, making things neat, especially in regards to your work. There's also the possibility that you might be having some stuck energy and that you might need to break that energy free. And so sometimes when that happens, you might notice some irritability. You might notice even sometimes a little dust up or a little argument. It's nothing serious. It's not like the 5 of Swords. It's actually quite positive. Also, sometimes for some people, the 5 of Wands can be righteous indignation. You know, like really standing up for yourself and saying no, and getting upset about something in a way that's positive. Sometimes if you're in a state of depression, a little bit of anger helps pull you out of it. And sometimes if somebody's walking all over you, a little bit of anger to tell them to stop is absolutely fine. And so these are all positive. So the 5 of Wands is the positive 5 of the deck in my estimation. Now, the 3 of Coins represents the outcome of all of this being another flow of prosperity, another influx of prosperity for you. So all of this is really good. Whatever that stuck energy is, once it breaks through, you're going to just really see things starting to move in the right direction for you. So whatever this is, if you notice that you are irritable, something that you can do is just do something physical. Do some yoga, go to the gym, walk around the block, get some breathing, sometimes that's all you need to break through. Sometimes you need to, scream into a pillow. You just get all the frustration out. and that's fine. That's positive. As long as you're not being toxic with your anger, you don't want to obviously be abusive with people or anything like that. But a lot of times the best way to have a temper tantrum is just all by yourself. and just do it. And it's not something that you want to indulge in all the time, but if you need to move energy, do what you got to do, because on the other side of that stuck energy, like I said, is a flow, a prosperity flow, and it's a beautiful one. And the prosperity flow is representative, like I said, of a new branch of prosperity for many of you, or at least new shoots coming out of the earth. So this promises to be a long-term prosperity for many of you once you unstick yourself. Okay, here's the Pope card. Here's the King of Coins. Wow, nice. Oh, and the Tower. Okay, so these two go together. So it's okay to be a little destructive sometimes today. If you want to smash some plates, whatever you need to do, you don't want to harm anything, obviously. That's obviously you never want to harm a sentient thing, but a sentient being, but you don't want to necessarily just be like a bull in a china shop and just go and destroy things. That's more Five of Swords. But to destroy structures that aren't working, that's fabulous. Sometimes just this, like I said, you can find some old kind of chipped china if you don't have any at home, just at a what do they call those? Not consignment store, but a thrift store, and just get a few pieces of it, because there's nothing more satisfying than that crashing sound. And what you can do is if you can find a something that's got some space on it, a plate with some space on it, just take a Sharpie and write down whatever it is that's you feel is standing in your way, and just smash that sucker, or take a hammer to it and break it up, and then toss the pieces in the garbage. You don't have to do large amounts of china, just one plate is fine. But it's a wonderful spell, especially when it's time to move stuck energy. So that's something that you may want to consider doing, or something like it. Just like I said, not being toxic, being very careful, being very responsible. Make sure you wear eye protection and all of that kind of thing. If you're really going crazy smashing up china, you don't really need to go crazy smashing up china. One plate will do. And I like to just I even put it in a like a bag, like just a brown paper bag, and take a hammer and go bong 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 bong. And just because I like the sound of the breaking china, as I know, if I've written something down there that's been troubling me, and I just feel it breaking up. I just feel the whole thing breaking up out of my aura. And that's what you want to do when you feel like that, or anything like it, any of those other ideas to move that stuck energy, because these two cards, this Three of Coins and this King of Coins, are related as well. And you finding your way back home to your own money mastery, your own prosperity mastery, is what this is all about. Because you may, like I said, have a little bit of stuckness, and that King of Coins knows what it's doing. That part of your mind inside of you knows what it's doing, and you want to make sure that you're not restricting it in any way. You already know how to get what you want. You already know how to get to the place that you want to get to, especially in regards to finances, or maybe these coins are representing something else to you besides finances. Maybe they're representing health or property of some sort, but it's definitely something tangible in the physical world that is an asset, or multiple assets. And so whatever this stuck energy is inside of you, I believe that it's related to some sense of powerlessness that you have inadvertently accepted as being true when it's not true. I think somebody may have, for some of you, when you were very young, somebody may have taught you about authority figures in a way that wasn't helpful to you, thinking that authority figures mean that you are powerless and that you have to just, take what you're given. And that's not the case. You don't have to be anti-authority in order to get your own power back and to break through those blocks. It's really about you and what you see authority as being. And I always like to remind myself and everybody else when this card comes up in a reading is that authority has a root word of author. And whoever these people or these institutions are outside of you that you think are so powerful maybe and have power over you, they're not your author. The only true authority is that which creates you, and that's God or whatever you want to call it. And so once you realize that and you break through those ideas of authority that are misguided, then you see those people, those institutions for what they are. And you learn how to deal with them in socially acceptable ways, usually, ways you learn to play the game basically without feeling like you're powerless. And sometimes when that happens, if they are being abusive or if they are overstepping, then you have, by releasing that blocked energy, you've also released the David to that Goliath. And they better watch out because you can stand up to them and you can prevail and you will prevail. But it won't usually come to that once you break up these stuck energy patterns, because most of the problem isn't with them. Most of the problem is you misunderstanding and thinking that you're powerless. So taking back your power is usually all that you need to do. And that's what today's all about. Breaking through all of those misguided ideas, those misguided structures in your mind and in your aura that make you think that you don't have what it takes, or that you are under somebody else's thumb, or you can't break through and have the prosperity and the success that you desire. But because not only can you, but you are going to. You are going to, and you can just speed that up today by letting go of those blocks. What I can sometimes, when I get that 5 of Wands, I just take out a piece of paper, and this is just my way of doing things in general, and I just write out the sentence, the thing that's blocking me is, and then I complete that sentence, and then I do it again. Another thing that's blocking me is, and then I complete that sentence, and I just keep going. I do it as a stream of consciousness without any editing. And then I let all those thoughts come up, and I go down that list, and I look and see which one or several of those items I'm mostly, they give me the most emotional response, that have the most emotional charge attached to them. And that's what I will break through. So that's what I would write on that plate if I was going to use that plate spell and smash, or just writing it on a piece of paper and tearing the paper up is fine. You don't need to go and smash the plate if you don't want to. Or you could burn the paper if you like to burn things. I just don't like burning stuff in my house, but whatever you like to do to release those ideas and recognize that is your responsibility. It's not really the authority figure's fault that you have those thoughts. It's you that need to take responsibility for those thoughts. And today's a great day to do it. So what's irritating you may not be what you think it is. So you might want to try that exercise where you just write it out. You just write out the thing that's blocking me is, another thing that's blocking me is, and just do that stream of consciousness exercise. Fill up a page or so of those things, and then just go down the list and see which ones one of those ideas is really, giving you the most response, and let go of it. You may want to also listen to my meditation based on this Pope card, and it's called letting go of, wait a minute here. It's called Overcoming Feelings of Powerlessness. Overcoming Feelings of Powerlessness. So you can find the link to that and all of my tarot meditations right in the video description of this video and all my tarot videos on this channel. Thank you so very, very much for being here today. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Delene, Sarah, and Dre. And we will see everybody for another daily reading tomorrow. Blessed be.